even we marveled at his performance, Kevin.
Great, Doris. Thanks. Any chance we see him top that performance, Clark, here tonight?
I'd say no chance, partner. And that's not a knock against him. It's just that he was so good that night, I don't think he can possibly do it 2 games in a row.
He was Kellogghian. Is that a word? We can use that word.
It is now.
Oh, look at Steve. He didn't like that, though. Look at him.
Well, let's just say he was really good.
Strong, the pass to Jackson. Clock at 6. Shot to end this cold run. The shot's good from Strong. 8 points for him. The Bulls leading by 23. Malone outside. There's the 3. Pass to Harkless. Malone right side. Montejunas with the steal. And it's Houston on the break. Jackson's got the ball. Here's Strong, and it's blocked by Malone.
And in the paint, they have really shown some strength. Their work on the boards has been phenomenal.
Yeah, I'd certainly call it a mismatch, Steve, at least for today.
Now here's Malone. A career game last time out. Bucket after bucket.
Well, I'm not necessarily a big fan of him shooting that shot, but they did give him the space.
Here is Harden. To the paint. Montejunas. The jump hook. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys, so that's a free basket right there.
He almost got to that shot in time, but not quite. You can't touch the ball once it's on the way down.
Chicago making a switch here. Feeds to Harkless. Beyond the arc. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. And it's 7 points here for Harkless.
Looked like there was a little confusion there as to who was supposed to be guarding him.
Harden with it. Guarded now by Harkless. Harden outside. And out of bounds is Chicago gains possession. And let's take this chance to show you the highest scoring power forwards and centers in the NBA since the All-Star break. You look at T, leading the league in points per game. Such a great player. And, of course, Montejunas.
You know, that's as scary a collection of big men as you'd want to see. Game planning for any of them is a challenge because you know how much defensive attention you're going to have to devote to them.
Yeah, it's almost like you got to pick your poison. Either you leave other areas of the floor open and put some extra bodies down low, or you risk one of these guys running wild on you.
Rose dishes to Shumpert. Now here's Montejunas. He's guarded closely. One-on-one fast break. Harkless kicks to Shumpert.
Oh, ridiculous. Tore it down that time. Boy, I love it. Active hands on the steal, active feet on the fast break.
And Clark power on the dunk.
And guys, this is just too close of a game to be giving the ball up like that and then failing to get back in transition.
Houston's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Harden the pass to Strong. The feed to Valanciunas. He kicks it to Montejunas. From deep. No luck. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
When you're hot, you're hot. And that's certainly been the case for Malone. 16 points, and free throws have been big for him today, with 6 points from the line.
Well, you know, he understands the value of those easy points. Also, you know, getting the opponent into foul. And those are big. Those are the little things that will add up for a team trying to get a victory.
And the Rockets making a change here. Parsons is checked in. And here are the Rockets now. He feeds it to Valanciunas. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Columbus. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
Over the last 10 games, as we look at the Rockets, this is how they compare to the rest of the league. 2nd in assists, 5th in three-point field goal percentage, and they are in the top 10 in team points per game.
Yeah, and Clark, let's go back to the assists for a second. I mean, this is what makes this team good, I think, right now. They're sharing the ball. They're getting great ball movement and spacing. and they've become so efficient offensively that they've become a nightmare to guard.
Chicago making a switch here. Randolph is checked in.
Well, offensively, he's taken a solid opening quarter and just built on it here in the second.
There's 57 seconds left now here in the second. Houston moving it around. Pass to Valanciunas. Dishes it to Valanciunas. Fades back. Rebounded by Rose.
This has not at all been the kind of performance they've needed out of him.
And there's the pass to Malone. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got his 6th assist on the night. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Here's the dish to Valanciunas. He passes to Snyder. Shot from free throw range. Misses off the right iron. Here's Harkless. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. It's Chicago running away with it. And coming up after...
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
It's Wednesday night at the 2K Sports Studio, and
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the second half. Big margin on our hands, but we'll see if that gap narrows down in the third and fourth quarters. It's been a clinic so far from Malone.
Got to be important to see, if they can slow him down in the second half here, because so far they have had no answer for him down on the block.
Well, you got to mix up the looks you give him. Bump him out some, front him, play behind, double team him. But right now, he looks unstoppable in the paint.
Second half is underway, and here's who Scott Brooks has got on the floor. Malone in at the 4 spot. Derrick Rose is out there with Iman Shumpert. Then there's Mo Harkless. Harden against Shumpert. Harden kicks to Valanciunas. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Valanciunas has got his 3rd basket of the night.
The 2 points are pretty much a lock when they're able to get the ball into that position inside.
Here's Malone. And it's off from 3-point range. And here we go with James Harden. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Malone with the block. Out of bounds. Rockets ball as Houston keeps possession. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at New Orleans. They are the favorite right now to lock up the #1 seed come playoff time. Sitting in first place right now and not looking like they, are going to be slowing down at all. And, of course, Houston. Quite a few spots down the ladder right now.
Checking out Houston, the thing with them is they haven't really established an identity for themselves as a team. They never have seemed to come up with a plan and stick to it for very long. They've been all over the place in terms of their identity.
And I put that on the coaching staff more than anyone else, Clark. A coherent strategy has to be in place, or it's impossible to climb up the standings.
Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
And the dunk by Valanciunas. Clark, I'm guessing that wasn't the plan for the D on that trip.
And I'm agreeing with you there. Once they opened the lane up for him, that was a little emphasis on that finish.
Take what the defense gives you and then just power it home, right? Why not?
Malone left side. And here's Rose outside. Shot is off. So Houston will take it the other way. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, they were very lucky defensively because there was some miscommunication there. They left him wide open. Well, they need a shot or 2 to fall here soon. They're only 1 of 4 since the break.
Back to Harden. Kicks it to Valanciunas. Pulls up. No good off the back of the rim.
You'd expect him to nail that one being that close to the hoop.
Malone dishes to Shumpert. Malone passes to Rose. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. On your screen now is the 2K leaderboard showing us the leaders in blocks in the second half of the NBA season. You look at T. A fierce inside defender. Tops in the NBA in blocks. And, of course, Valanciunas, several spots down. He can also get after it. Such a great shot block.
And, you know, in the second half of the season, it's comparable to the second half of a game. I mean, the really good players, the great players, they don't ease up off that gas pedal. They play through the finish line. They don't play to it. They play through it and keep themselves locked in to playing with a winning attitude.
Harden against Shumpert. Here's Schneider. That's good. He's got 5. Chicago's gone 0 of 2 from deep to start things here in the second half. Malone kicks to Rose. Back to Malone. Again, Malone missing.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
Fans don't like that call one bit.
Well, the officials got an earful as a result.
Harden gets a screen from Hollins. Pass to Lito. Offensive rebound, and it's blocked by Malone. And so it looks like the Rockets will retain possession here.
Now we've got a moment to see how the Bulls are doing rank-wise in the NBA. First in block, first in field goal percentage, and they're also #1 in free throw shooting. A team that makes foul shots gives itself and its coaching staff a lot of confidence.
And to me, what jumps out is the blocks, because they're an intimidating team. They really control the paint. They like to physically dominate their opponent. And when they do that and they get a lot of block shots, obviously it gives their defense a ton of confidence.
And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it 3. So it'll be James Harden shooting. Jeff Green picks one up. Chicago making a switch here. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Bulls.
Guys, the passing we've seen from them has been tremendous. Very unselfish.
And how about the touch they've displayed from long range, guys? I mean, as a team, they are really shooting the ball well and executing from the perimeter.
And here's Harden. Right now averaging 17 points a game. Pass to Hudson. He dishes it to Hollins. Shot from 12. White, wide open look. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. And this is what the schedule looks like for Houston. Atlanta will be traveling to face them after this game. That'll be the latter half of this 2-game homestand. Chicago's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. Up top, Malone. Down low. Here's Garner. A terrific shot on the turnaround. Houston's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. Back to White. Malone on him. Harden outside. Takes a 3. No luck. And Chicago will go the other way with the ball. They host the 76ers after this game. That game marks the first half of a quick 2-game homestand. Hollins connects on the 9-footer. Hollins has got his first bucket in this one. Bulls have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. Feeds to Green. He kicks it to Malone. The tray. The Rockets pull it in. Hollins has got his 6th rebound on the night. The pass to Lito. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Richardson. Richardson's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Malone drives in. Gets it to go. Malone's got 32 points in the game.
He's been so reliable again today, Kevin. They need his points, and he's providing them.
Back to White. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And here's what the Chicago Bulls schedule is looking like. They host the 76ers after this game. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home. He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
Well, his free throw numbers this year are below 70%. So when he's getting to the line, he has not been effective.
And I know he's got to be upset at himself for shooting so poorly at the line. So I would think he'll be doing everything he can to bring those numbers up.
And the first one drops. And both free throws good for Malone.
And if they continue to shoot well from the free throw line like they are, I mean, their lead is going to be pretty steady here.
That's not an overstatement. They've literally not missed a single foul shot this half.
Lito, defended by Goodwin. The shot's good from Lito. Lito's got his first basket of the night.
Took advantage of some shoddy defense there. They've got to at least get a finger on it.
Here's Goodwin. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face.
Well, he's very strong inside, particularly as a finisher. So even if you give him a hard foul, hard contact, nothing seems to bother him. And this guy, as a result, is a good scorer.
Exactly. That's about the only way to stop him once he's making a run at the hoop.
Back to Jackson. Fires top of the key. And it's Houston with another. There's 42 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Malone right side. Lets it go with the three. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. Bulls making a switch here. Randolph has checked in. 32 seconds left in the third quarter. We've got 22 seconds left in the third. Strong, the pass to Lito. 4 on the clock. It's all in by the Bulls. Richardson's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Goodwin, good.
Dropped that one in as soft as a feather using the finger roll.
Throws it from deep. No good. And as we conclude the third quarter, pretty much a blowout. It's been a one-sided. Welcome back, fourth quarter action.